Hello and welcome. Joining us now for a conversation today is the State Secretary of ADMK's Students Wing, Mr. Singai Ramachandran. Sir, thank you for talking to us. Thank you for the time. Like, how have you been?
My pleasure. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Yeah. So my first question to you is, you were an IIM graduate. Like, you went to IIM Ahmedabad for your masters. So what made you enter politics? Because most people who do their degrees in IIM, they end up in MNCs or big international companies. So why did you skip that part and entered politics?
In fact, I did not join politics after IIM Ahmedabad. I joined politics when I was 18 years old. And then I want to meet the then Chief Minister, Amma, Amma. I did not know how to reach her. I was a normal engineering graduate and she was the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. And then one of my boss, where I was working, he was from IIM Kozhikode. He said, you can probably crack CAT, get into IIMs, opt out of placements and give a press meet and say, I want to work with her. She generally likes educated young people. It might kind of strike and you will get an opportunity. Since I did not have any other option, I believed in it. I prepared for CAT for 3 years. I couldn't crack, but in 2013, I could crack and I got into IIM Ahmedabad. And then I got a welcome letter. It was from the Student General Secretary. Then I have decided if I am going to be a politician in the real world, and IIM Ahmedabad is a prestigious campus, I should also be a student leader there. I went there, learned Hindi, contested in election, and then I became a Student General Secretary. I thought I'll invite her there, so that will be an opportunity to meet her. But I couldn't. Then I opted out of placements. That came in few newspapers, and then nothing happened. What I did, I compiled all these newspapers and I submitted there at Boys Garden.
Like a
there is a queue. Yeah, there is a queue every day. They get the manu or petitions, right? I gave and I came back, and nothing else happened. After a couple of months, I was watching a movie in a theatre at Fun Mall in Coimbatore. And my mom calls me around 7:30. You've been appointed as a state IIM secretary by Amma. It's all over the news. I said it should be someone else. Please verify.
Cross-check,
She said no, it is you and it's our address. Then I came out. 2010, I want to meet her. My boss gave me this address. I did not have an option. I had only hope and faith, and I prepared for CAT and education and everything. This IIM Ahmedabad degree gave me an opportunity to meet her and made me the state secretary of AIADMK.
So why do you like her so much? Like, what made you, want to meet her in the first place back then?
I was named by her, and my father was a mill worker. So one fine day he stood outside St. George Fort Secretariat, and he shouted when MGR came out, "I'll get married only if you come." He was a ward secretary. And MGR called, "Who is that? Please come here." And I said, "Okay, I'll come, go." And he came to the marriage. And then because of that, I was taken to Amma, and she named me Ramachandran. And from there, she is an inspiration and a role model and everything. I like her command over the language. I like her courage. And especially even today, if you take any political party for that matter in India, if there are 100 people on stage, there will be very few women, less than 10%, 5%. During those days, it was much more difficult. Even cinema or maybe politics. She stood strong without the support of a father, not much of support from parents. She was able to do it. She's definitely an inspiration.
Do you miss her?
I definitely miss her.
Especially in the present circumstance, like, of course.
Not because of the present circumstance. 2016 when that incident happened, unfortunately, I was clueless, because you could see from 2010 I was banging on her and I want to see her, meet her and all. Then I met her, I worked happily with her for 6 months. 2016 elections, I handled the entire information technology. Suddenly she's no more. I couldn't take that. It was little depressive for me. 2-3 months I did not know, I was clueless in life. Then slowly I got back. But now I miss her not because of the present circumstances. I genuinely miss her because I love her so much.
So talking about Madam Jayalalithaa, after her unfortunate demise, the ADMK as a political party, it has seen a lot of leadership transitions, like multiple leadership transitions. So do you think that the party has been able to maintain its core identity and values even now? Like, has it been able to maintain it all these years after the demise of Madam Jayalalithaa, or is it suffering because of factionalism at the moment?
It is not suffering. See, AIDMK is a party which will survive for hundreds of years, irrespective of the leadership. I'll tell you why. That's what Amma told. I'm not telling this, right? She told because with the trust and the hope and the confidence and the culture of the parties like that. When Puruchit Tamilaivar MGR left, again there was a split and there was a transition, everything, and Amma came. when Puruchitalavi Amma left, again there was a split and a transition, and Edappadi Anna he has taken as the chief minister. Even for me, during that time, I thought, Amma, such big shoes, who will be able to fill this? Will it be difficult? What are we going to do? That kind of confusion was there. It's like if you lose someone in the family, you will feel clueless. That's how it was. But I would say our General Secretary Edappadi Anna did a commendable job. 4 years of governance, we were able to win the highest opposition seats that we have won in the entire ADMK's history. That says it all. So even though when she left, there was a lot of fear in people like me and a lot of cadres, after he took over and the way he handled everything, there is nothing we need to worry about.
Sir, some people say that, of course, whenever we talk to anybody from ADMK, they say that, Mr. EPS gave good governance for 4 years after the demise of Madam Jayalalithaa. But then some people say that, he was not a democratically elected chief minister. He was an MLA, but then the election was not won, showing him as the CM face. So, as a chief minister, he was not the chosen one by the people. So, maybe that is why the ADMK is not able to win any elections after that particular 2016-21 period is what some people say. What is your response to these?
I have two answers for this question. Number one, he will become the chief minister in 2026 and he will be elected by people. I have 100% confidence. Number two, talking about we did not win multiple elections, there is a wrong perception. Let's take DMK. So generally, if you look at the data, the last 30 years, if AIADMK wins, then DMK will win. And if DMK wins, then AIADMK will. That's how it was. So every 5 years, the anti-incumbency will go up and the other party will come. That's how it was. But in 2006-11, there was a lot of anti-incumbency for DMK and we won. And we ruled not for one term. We ruled for 2 terms. And first term was Amma. Second term was Edappadi. Even though he was the chief minister for the very first time, ideally, since we ruled for 10 years, the anti-incumbency should have been very high. And we should have lost very badly. With 5 years of anti-incumbency, DMK lost its opposition status. So with 10 years, ideally we should have also gone through such a this thing. Because people trusted EPS, we won 75 seats as I already mentioned, which is the highest in the history. So such things happens. Until Puruchitalavar was there, Karunanidhi was not able to win at all. And after the DMK bounced back. And then after 10 years of not being in power, not even opposition for 5 years, they bounced back. So this is nothing for us.
So this is just a matter of history, just a matter of time for the history to repeat itself is what you're telling.
Yeah, there will be ups and downs for parties. Even if you run a business, if you do anything in life as human beings, we all have ups and downs. So definitely this 2026 is going to be a victorious election for us.
So do you think or do you believe that in the 4 years of time that Mr. EPS had, as the chief minister of the state, and now as the present, general secretary of ADMK, he's been able to prove his leadership skills to the people of Tamil Nadu, not to the cadre of ADMK, but to the people of Tamil Nadu, be it as a chief minister or as the party's general secretary?
No, I couldn't understand your question.
So, sir, in the 4 years of governance given by Mr. EPS as Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, and also now he is the General Secretary of ADMK. So, in these years, all these years, do you think he's been able to prove his leadership skills to the people of Tamil Nadu?
Of course, yes. Yeah. He was able to. This mandate of 75 seats is the result of his leadership skills. And even today, the entire ADMK is intact under his leadership. 2 leaves is with him. And he signs, he decides, he takes calls for everything. And the kind of schemes that he bought. Let's take NEET for example. DMK even last week, unfortunately, some student attempted a suicide because they were not able to, she was not able to crack NEET for like 2 or 3 years continuously. But even now, recently in the last election, Udayanithi Stalin said, we know the secret when we come, with the very first sign, we'll turn it around. But EPS, we tried to figure it out with the central government, it did not work out. So what did he do? He did not say we can't do it, unlike other leaders. What he did, he found out a way. He found out 7.5%, because of which 3,000 plus government students studying in government schools and poor students, all of them, they became doctors. Earlier this number was very low. This witnesses his leadership skills. When there is a problem, see that problem as an opportunity. He did that. That's what a leader does.
Yes, sir, that's understandable. And at present, of course, ADMK has always been retaining its core voters. Like there is a set of core voters for both DMK and ADMK. And come what may, they're not going to change their sides. They're always going to remain an ADMK person or a DMK person for that matter. This applies to both Dravidian parties. But in the last 5 years, or 7 years. So what has the ADMK been doing to gain the attention or to gain the trust of the swing voters, in the sense like people who have been confused or who always decide based on the moment, at the moment, during the elections? So what has the ADMK been doing to make sure that these votes are not going away from them, or not going to DMK or any other smaller regional parties?
See, AIDMK has pioneered in this the last 50 years. Every time when there are swing voters, we tell them what this government has promised and what they have not done. So, for example, they said less than 30 years, they will waive off the education loan, which they did not do. They said they'll increase from 1,000 to 1,500, the OAP, old age pension, which they did not do. They did a strike for saying that we should not increase the EB bill. They have almost raised it 3 times. And the house tax, they have almost raised from 100 to 150%. There are so many such things which they said and they did not do it. So this laptop, for example, they stopped the scheme. So there are many such things which is our duty, which we are already doing. And there have been a lot of protests across the state called by EPS for various issues, be it EB hike, or be it for the abuse that happened in Anna University, or be it a law and order situation. So as a primary opposition, our leader, he is giving instructions, and we have been clearly giving the data and also the details of why DMK should not be elected again.
Sir, like when we talk about this, when we talk about gaining the trust of voters, we have to ask one question very clearly to you. That is that do you think the ADMK is lacking a youth face to attract the attention of the young voters? Because if we take the DMK, they have Mr. Udayanidhi Stalin, for example, and if we take the state BJP unit, the chief of state BJP unit is Mr. Annamalai, who is very young, and and the new entrant TVK has Mr. Vijay, who is having a massive fan following among the youth population. So do you think ADMK is lacking such a youth face?
See, if you look at every other party, you can only point out one person like that. In AIADMK, there are many such people. I am there.
Yeah.
We have IT wing secretary, we have Ilanir Elemental Pasare secretary, we have spokespersons, we have district secretaries, we have so many people who are equally capable to the kind of people that you're talking about. So we have so many people who can easily come front, talk and represent the youth. Even in this election, in AIADMK, we did not give tickets for MP during MP election. We did not give tickets to son of, daughter of, just because they're son of an ex-minister or present minister, daughter of an ex-minister or a present minister. We did not do that. They gave a lot of representation to the youth, especially in AIADMK. And scheme-wise also, from Corona time, like students were struggling how to go through this semester. EPS cleared their exam so that they could progress. 1 year is a big step for everybody in career. And also right now, as a part of student wing, we are conducting young speakers camps, and I am getting overwhelming response. Many people are saying we want to join. What is the procedure to join? So this is not something I am saying as an AIADMK state secretary for student wing. Very soon we'll conduct an event. I will happily invite you. You can come and check what is the energy that we have there and what kind of youth are part of AIADMK. It is just a continuous myth that is spread by DMK.
It's a deliberate, conspiracy theory kind of thing.
It is. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because none of these parties don't know how 18 to 25 will react. Right?
How do you say that? How do you say
Because known devil is better than unknown angel. Right? Because they will come and vote. Only if they vote, you will know what they are voting. Right? But whoever is about 25, they would have already voted for 1 or 2 elections. So you know the vote pattern. So out of fear, DMK is deliberately doing this. We only have youth, or youth is there with this party, youth is there with that party. We don't have youth, all those things. No, it is definitely not.
So the youth names that you mentioned right now, you firmly believe that these people are able to resonate with the youth, and that this is actually a myth that is being spread by DMK or any other political party, that the ADMK is not able to attract the youth population. This is a myth is what you're telling.
Yes, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I don't want to name the college.
Yeah.
Before 15 days, one person called me. His name is Vanjinathan. He called me and said, Anna, I want to come and meet you. I said, okay. I have my number in Instagram. I said, okay, please come. He said, we want to join AIADMK. He was studying in a private engineering college in Coimbatore. I said, okay, I gave him a form. I thought he's just coming out of or curiosity. I just gave, I said, okay, please go ahead. In 1 week, he brought 20 people and he gave the form, and I made all of them sit. And I said, why do you want to join ADMK? In fact, I asked this question, why can't you join ruling party? Why can't you join an actors party? Why can't you join other parties? They were like, no, we want to join ADMK. And the reasons were especially the schemes that we gave for this thing. And the reasons were especially whatever DMK said and they did not do. They felt they got betrayed. And they also felt one of the major reasons is they said in AIADMK tomorrow I can become even an MP or an MLA, but in other parties that is not possible. These are the things that they have highlighted, and this is the reality.
Sir, you say that Mr. EPS has been able to prove his leadership skills, like be it in the governance or within the party, that you gave an answer to it, and now you are strongly believing that the ADMK is in fact not lacking behind other parties when it comes to attracting the youth population. So when these things are all in place, why is the ADMK losing polls consecutively, one poll after the other since 2019?
See, by-elections are different.
Yeah.
We need to clearly look at it. So
no, polls generally.
Yeah. Generally polls, if you ask, let's take this election, 2024, right? We did not say who is the Prime Minister candidate. It was between Modi and Rahul. So BJP stood alone. They got their vote. For Rahul, DMK said we will back, right? And 82% of people did not vote for Modi. So whoever voted, they have voted for DMK because they felt probably, okay, we want the other person to become the Prime Minister from Tamil Nadu perspective.
So you think the vote DMK alliance got was not for their party, it was in fact for eliminating the BJP from Tamil Nadu?
No, all I'm saying is specifically the vote, that share that this time people voted is for a Prime Minister candidate. But we did not tell this is our Prime Minister candidate. So without a Prime Minister candidate, 23% of Tamil Nadu people voted for AIADMK, which was actually a parliamentary election. When it comes to state election, everybody in Tamil Nadu, they will know it is between AIADMK and DMK. No other party stands a chance to win. And with enough anti-incumbency for DMK, people will know if I poll my vote to any other upcoming or small parties apart from AIADMK, I cannot eradicate DMK in this election. The only way to make DMK lose is to vote for AIADMK. So, or else the vote will get split, and people are very clear because of the anti-incumbency.
Sir, you say that the elections in Tamil Nadu is it's always between DMK and ADMK. But then yesterday we went for an event, that is TVK's first general council meeting, and Mr. Vijay says that in 2026 the competition is actually between DMK and TVK. He has not even taken the name of ADMK.
So he has all the right to say so because it is his party and that's what he believes. So we will wait for the election and we will know what is the result.
Do you think he is undermining the primary opposition party itself?
No, everybody, they have their right to tell what they want to tell. If you ask Mr. Seaman, he will say the same. If you ask BJP, they will say the same.
That the competition is between DMK and them.
Even though they are part of DMK's alliance, they will say the same. If you ask communists, they will say the same. Have you ever seen any party who will say that? See, everybody can tell we are an opposition party. Of course, apart from ruling party, every other party in Tamil Nadu is an opposition party. But which party has the mandate of people to act like an opposition party inside the state assembly is the actual opposition party. So that says everything.
Sir, when we look at Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, like whenever he talks about his alliance partners in a stage, he constantly says that either Kolgayala and Kutani, that this alliance, the DMK alliance, is one that is based on ideology, that is based on principles. On the contrast, we hear Mr. Edapadi Palaniswamy telling that Kolgai vera, Kutani vera, which means ideology is different and alliance is different. So, do you think an alliance can in fact serve long term or hold itself long term without a strong foundational ideological principle?
See, our leader is speaking the truth, and Honorable Chief Minister, he is not speaking the truth. I have the data for that. If this is Kolgayala Kutani, then what happened when he joined hands with BJP in 90s? Right? They have joined hands already. Is there a party with which DMK has not formed an alliance? They have formed an alliance with every possible party, right? every party
But the
across India, they form an alliance, even though there is an ideological difference, but there for election they form, but when they devise the policy, when they take stances, they take based on their ideology. That's what it happens. But when he says so, it is based on the principles and what happened earlier, which means what he's saying is lie.
So what you're intending to say is that like in the kolgai vera kutani vera, ideology is different and alliances are different. This formula is actually a workable formula is what you believe.
No, all I'm saying is whatever Stalin said, he's contradicting his father's stance or DMK stance is what I'm saying. If he says, according to him, he says my party is different and there is a different there are different parties, but he has partnered with every party, right? Then he doesn't have the right to say so is what I'm saying. And in the past, if you look at it, any parties, they have won elections being in alliance with any other party. It is the people who should decide. Who should get the mandate. So
at the end of the day, whatever the formula is, whatever the equation is, that is going to going to the hands of people, and it is the people who decide which formula works and which formula doesn't work.
And people of Tamil Nadu know that AIDMK, starting from Purachi-Thalaivar MGR, Amma, Anna, V1, Edapadi Anna, we will never compromise when it comes to the rights of people of Tamil Nadu, and we have never done that. Even though earlier during our tenure in the MP, we fought against them, we stopped the parliament for almost like 20 to 30 days, right?
But they say you supported the CAA or...
But right now, DMK, they are not doing anything. Right now, they are saying route to Devanagari, they are talking about the language policy, all these things. I can only see the videos of MK Stalin. They have not created enough of noise in parliament, and they have not stopped things in the way that we aggressively did. And as I said, DMK will always look for ways to vote, get the votes, fetch the votes, because for them, humans are not important, votes are important. And I am consciously putting this word because be it what happened to Anita. When she died, they said, NEET has happened, this has happened, how can this happen? When my father, Uday Stalin said, when my father becomes an MLA, Chief Minister, all these will change. Nothing changed. Still last week someone died, right? Just because they want to get the vote, they did so. Even today, from the RU to, Devanagari symbol, INR symbol to RU, 2010 during their coalition with Congress government, July 10th, I think 15th or something, 2010, that's when it got released that Udaya Kumar, son of ex-MLA DMK, he came and he got the blessings of Karunanidhi, and they were alliance with Congress, and Congress actually officially launched this symbol, right? It's been 15 years. Why are you sleeping? 15 years. How many budgets have gone? Our budgets have gone. You could have raised that you should use only this symbol.
But they say the situation now is different. Now there is an attempt to impose Hindi. Like now there is.
The situation is different because today the budget is not a great budget. It's a very bad budget. They have got a loan of 4.5 lakh crores, which Tamil Nadu government put together in the last 73 years they have got. The budget is not a great budget. They want to create a clear they want people to see this symbol and not the budget. That's what they did it. That's why they did it.
The fact is fact, no sir. Tamil Nadu is being denied the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan funds because the state government is not accepting the PM Shri school scheme, which comes along with the national education policy, which includes a 3-language formula. So this is a fact. So now based on this fact is what they're telling that there is a Hindi imposition and that we have to fight against this Hindi imposition. So where is this illusionary
So this is also a fact that they have sent a letter there, which Stalin today says, I don't know. Apparently, an IAS officer sent a letter to the central minister, and apparently some discussions happened with Anbil Magesh. That is also a fact. And what happened at that meeting is something, then why did they agree earlier to go ahead and now they are backing? See, to be frank, people are really fed up with this kind of drama. Today, as I said before 3 weeks, I told the data is in 100 days, 63 students, girl students have been abused, out of which 49 are from school. What did you see in today's budget, this year's budget, to safeguard that? Any actions against it? No. In this budget, can you see anything to improve the roadways of the entire Tamil Nadu to reduce the traffic, especially in city areas? No. In the entire budget, today we could see that because of the global warming, the way the climate behaves is completely different. Even now, if you look at Myanmar, thousands of people are dead, right? Because of, they said it is more than 1,000, I don't know the exact number. So, which means we need to think of things which are not urgent but important to the state. It's like if I want to go to gym, it might not be urgent today, but if I go today, it will be good for your health, my health in the long run. A state should think like that. So if you just focus on the shallow things and superficial things and just do videos and drama and everything, it is not of any use for people. You need to work on real issues. What about the climate? What about the water conservation? There are so many other bore wells that are happening everywhere. If you take a piece of cake and if you keep poking with candles, what will happen to the cake? So how are we going to manage it? There was Noyel, there was Adayar, now it looks like a drainage. What happened to that? Are we working on that? These are real issues. So this government promised they will give about 4.5 lakh jobs in this tenure. So far only 78,000 jobs have been created. What happened to that? There are 1,000 such real issues. And I could not see even a single video about it from Chief Minister Stalin. He is just talking about this because he believes by doing this he can fetch some votes, which is what I strongly believe and which is what they are doing.
So you say that the ADMK is of course for a two-language formula, and the ADMK is against Hindi imposition. But then still, at the moment, the reason for this topic being brought under the spotlight is for to divert the attention of the public from real issues by the GMK is what you say, right?
Yeah. Okay. So if they put this video for 3 minutes saying from true to rue, and if they put the symbol in the budget, will anything change? Which means the Chief Minister of a state, elected by crores and crores of people, is wasting everybody's time and his time in doing something which is not giving any result.
They say it's like sending out a message that Tamil is the priority. Or
today, if we are sitting in this office, if we go out, there's a youth, he's walking, he's just looking for a job. He's not looking for this rule. Right? We are for two-language policy. Our General Secretary has clearly told that. But we have just told that in a press meet. We moved on. We are working on real issues. But they are not doing so. By doing so, are you going to get a job for that guy who is right now running in the OMR between companies with resume in the hand? No. Then what are you working on? On real issues? Or are you just faking things? Faking things.
What about delimitations, sir? Because whatever you are telling about the three-language policy at the moment, the BJP says the same thing about DMK when it comes to delimitation. They say that the delimitation is an illusionary problem that they're creating again to divert the attention of the public, and it is a non-existent problem is what they say. So what is the ADMK stance on delimitation?
See, I don't know. I can't talk for BJP. I don't know. But
no,
ADMK stance, I think our General Secretary has already sent Honorable Ex-Minister Jaykumar, and he went and attended the meeting along with the Chief Minister, and we have told our stance, and that is my stance. And I think he has clearly told what is that. There is nothing more that I could add.
Okay, sir. When we talk about again coming back to the vote politics. So do you think the Nam Tamil Katchi, they've been consistently increasing their vote share, in the assembly elections and also in the last parliamentary election. So Nam Tamil Katchi is already perceived to be a small threat, to the ADMK. And now we have a new entrant, TVK.
Which is not. It is perceived to be, and
it's perceived to be
by DMK, not by anybody else. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So now we have a new entrant, that is the Tamilaga Vetri Kalagam. So do you think parties like this, or NTK or the TVK, they are eating into the votes of ADMK more rather than DMK? Because
see, these things, to be frank, nobody can answer. I'll tell you. If somebody is answering, that person is bluffing. A person can answer this question only if you take an extensive survey across Tamil Nadu with good amount of sample size. You will know the real shift of votes from one party to the other party. But given the fact, we as AIADMK, we could sustain 23% in a parliamentary election.
Without a PM face.
Without a PM face, you're right. And in the past election also, we are the primary opposition. I'm very sure this anti-incumbency, every Tamilian who is going to vote this time, who do not want DMK to come again, they will know if I vote to ADMK, DMK will not come. If I vote to any other party, it is like putting inside the well. It is of no use. That's a very clear message. And I'm not saying this as an AIADMK guy. Even if you look at 2019 MP elections, there were few by-elections for assembly constituencies. I could see in an MP constituency, they voted for a different party, and in an MLA constituency, they voted for us. So people, that election came, it happened at the same time. They want to vote for both the elections together. They were very clear and they decided. People are very smart and they know if they want to eradicate DMK, it is only ADMK.
Sir, in case, unfortunately, in case, assuming that, the ADMK loses one more election, do you think the party will, get into an existential crisis, or will it lose its relevance, as many people say?
Please don't assume. We will definitely not lose. 100% we'll win this election.
You're very confident.
I'm 100% confident.
Yeah. So talking about the alliance, because that is the the heated discussion that is taking place at the moment in the state of Tamil Nadu. So in fact, your party's General Secretary, Mr. EPS, went to Delhi and he had a 2-hour meeting with the Home Minister Amit Shah. And we're given to understand that he also spoke alone with Mr. Amit Shah for a brief period of time. And now we're also given to understand that Mr. Sengotan has gone to Delhi after Mr. EPS, and EPS in fact was accompanied by a few other ADMK leaders, senior leaders. So is something brewing between ADMK and BJP? Can we see a potential alliance?
I don't know if that meeting is for 2 hours, because my General Secretary said for 40 minutes he met. So I'll keep that number as 40 minutes. And he clearly said he spoke about the state issues. That is what he said. And I think it is too early to even think about an alliance, because we have almost 12 months. One day is too long in politics. 12 months is like a decade. And this is what I could say for now. And if there is anything that is happening when it comes to alliance, our General Secretary, he'll make it official and he will talk about it.
So final question, sir, talking about the law and order situation and the issue of women's safety, the Chief Minister, in multiple occasions he has clarified in the Assembly that secluded instances of crime, they are being exaggerated by opposition parties, and that they're trying to create a fake perception as if the law and order situation in Tamil Nadu is really bad and that women are feeling unsafe. So this is a fake perception that is being created, and do not do it, because when you create such a perception, women will not come out, women will not go to colleges, they will not, they may not go to workplaces, so they'll feel scared. So do not do it, is what they say. What is your counter to this?
I have two answers. One, the last 20 years, whenever DMK government comes, even in tea shops, common people will say law and order will not be good at DMK. This has been a DNA of DMK's government, and we know that, number one. Number two, we are not creating any fake perception. The data is in the media. Last week, some 6 chain snatching happened in a single day. Was it not enough for him to understand that something is not good? And in Tirunelveli, I think few murders happened within a week, and people are scared. I met someone yesterday where I went to give a talk, and I met a lecturer. She said, I'm finding it very difficult to send my daughter outside because of this. Ask him about Jafar Sadiq. What about the meth that he is a part of DMK? So there is enough drugs and all those things. He has been arrested. So he knows he was part of DMK. Then where is law and order? And number two, Gnanasekaran, 150-year-old Anna University, one of the prestigious institutions. Something which is, I don't want to talk about, nasty happened. So is this not a law and order failure? Yes. And before 10 days, in the bypass to Salem, somebody killed somebody on the road, and people are recording. People are not even scared. And 1 week before that, people who are doing something like this, they created a reels out of all these nasty things, killing others. And even Mr. Armstrong, who is a leader of a party, he was killed. See, what more does he expect? He wants every month at least 100 people to die so that he'll accept the law and order is not good. I don't know. What more is he expecting? Law and order is clearly not under control in Tamil Nadu. Chain snatching, drug, molesting women, children, school children. A collector in Mailadure district, I think his name is Mahabharati or something, he told a 3.5-year-old kid just threw some saliva on someone else, because of which the 16-year-old guy molested. So he's saying it is because she did something. 3.5-year-old kid, she doesn't know anything. Out of just playfulness, she would have done something. So this is the current status. See, I am not saying Stalin is wrong, because he sits inside the house. He reads what has been given to him. he does not know what is the ground reality, because from a very young age he has been born and brought up with that golden platter. He could never in his life connect with the common public. Maybe if somebody says you put this policy, you will get more votes, he will do it. He is not EPS. Like where he came from ground, he knows everything, because he was a very normal 19-20-year-old guy. He was in the with two-wheeler. He used to go and he used to start this party work. From there, he has been multiple times MLA, MP, minister, and then he became chief minister. And his father is not the former chief minister of Tamil Nadu for multiple times. His father doesn't head any party, unlike Karunanidhi for Stalin. For Stalin, everything was easy, right? He did everything by himself, and he's a self-made man. So Stalin will not be able to understand all these issues. Everything he will think as if it is a political statement. I think he should start reading newspapers and understand the situation by himself.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for talking to us. That is ADMK State Secretary for Students Wing, Mr. Singai Ji Ramachandran, telling us that his party strongly believes that this time they are going to bounce back to power, and Mr. EPS will be the Chief Minister of the state from 2026 is what he has to say. And he also making it very clear that under the DMK's current rule, law and order is going south, further, every single day, and that women are not feeling safe is what he has to say. Let's wait and see how the DMK is responding to these statements and allegations from the ADMK. For the time being, this is Dharni Jaiprakash for Times Network from Chennai.